Okay, just briefly, I want to talk to you about the choices you have when you consign with us. You can pin your tags to your clothing items, or you can use a tagging gun. We do recommend a tagging gun for two reasons. Number one, it is faster to do. You're less likely to poke yourself than if you use pins. And the number two reason is for security. It's much harder for a customer shopping to pull a tag or switch tags with clothing that are attached with the tagging gun pins than with safety pins, because they could unpin this and pin it to another shirt and try to switch tags. Now, it's not something that happens much, but using a tagging gun does avoid that. So I just wanted to tell you, you do have both options, and then show you some clothing items that have been done both ways. So if you are going to use pins, I'm sorry, I probably went too close to the camera. If you're going to use pins, this is the proper location to pin your tags. You just need to be careful that you're not leaving a hole in the clothing. If the customer is shopping and they see that a hole is going to be left in their clothing item when they remove the pins, they may choose not to purchase that item. So it's really important to either use very tiny pins that aren't going to leave a hole, or if you have the larger pins like I had in the beginning, then find a seam where you can tag it instead. Or if it has, this shirt does not, it has one of those, it's a tagless shirt, but if it's one with a tag, you could attach your pin to the tag to avoid leaving a hole. And then when you use a tagging gun, I know we showed in a previous video about tagging in the seam of clothing items, and that is how you avoid leaving a hole in the clothing items. If the tag, or if the clothing item does not have a seam anywhere, you can also tag it in the tag of the clothing item, and it avoids a hole. These are great options. What you don't want to do is tag it through the main part of the fabric where it leaves a hole. I don't know how well you can see that. This one's done very well. It's almost in a seam, so they were definitely trying to get it in a seam. But if they had gone in the side of the shirt, there's a seam right there. And if a tiny hole is left in a clothing item in an armpit area, customers are not as worried about that as they are if it's on the front of the shirt. Same with a pair of pants. These did not have a seam on the side of the pants where we would normally tag them. So what they did here was tag where the fabric is stretchy. That way it's not going to leave a very noticeable hole when the tag is removed. But there is a seam in the middle that could have been used. Or what I would have done if it was me is used this tag on the inside of the clothing. Just after I tagged it, I would have tucked the tag back in, but pulled the price tag out so it could be seen. So there's some tips, and again, it's your choice when you consign with us if you want to pin your tags or use a tagging gun. We sell tagging kits at our store if you need one that include a brand new tagging gun, or you can get your own supplies anywhere else. Thanks for watching.